Ass kicking. Just an absolute kick in the face. I can't even breathe right now. We got our ass kicked. 0-3. I had to sleep under my desk last night. It was so bad. I wasn't even allowed upstairs. Forget sleeping on the couch. I wasn't even allowed in the finished part of my house. It was so 0-3 is inexcusable, and I owe you an apology. That's all I can ask right now is that you stick with us and hit the thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and that you're aboard here on the Odd Shopper channel because we bounce right back. It's so simple and easy, isn't it? We had an 0-3 night. We got kicked in the face. I had to sleep under my desk, but you know what? We're back to make some money, and we're going to go right back to BetMGM where I have a risk-free opportunity for you as well. Oh, my goodness, up to $1,000. But let us begin, and we want to start with this Guardians-Padres game. We'll go to the innings here. This is going to be a no-run first-inning play. This is at -140 earlier in the day on the written piece. We got ahead of this thing at -120. Again, we talk about this a lot, right? Like getting ahead of value, especially from written piece when that comes out to the video a little bit later in the day. The two things that, of course, are going to jump out with the Guardians, they don't strike out nearly at all as a team, and they have a decent scoring average on the road. As for the first inning, 0.50 runs per first inning scoring average away from home. It's one of the better numbers in baseball, but even more important, especially with Cal Quantrill and maybe some extra added motivation, they are one of baseball's better teams, 0.38 runs per first inning. That's all they allow while traveling, while on the road. That's third best in all of baseball. Look, trends aren't everything. Trends don't define everything, but when stuff works together, and you have a number that's season long right now where Cleveland consistently is limiting pitching on the road, is limiting offense, bats in the first inning. Cal Quantrill, you look at what he's done over his last 8 starts. You look at what he's done from a whip standpoint, keeping that down as well. Things have shifted in his favor by all means. He's pitching well, and he's also, which is key here, he's getting some decent run support. But more so than not, he's been pitching well and limiting opposing bats. Blake Snell, good bats behind him. They average 0.60 runs per first inning at home this year. But in San Diego, we know things are just not great. They haven't been great since the trades, and Snell's not going to get any early lead here. So his whip is just a little high, and it's enough to warrant concerns, but not enough, as the Padres are the second best team in baseball, holding opponents to just 0.27 runs per first inning at home. So, yeah, we want to take advantage of this, even at -140. And look, to be honest, that's where I'd stop. -140, I gave you 20 points of value on the written piece earlier in the day. Speaking of value, how about a risk-free bet? It's so simple. It's below me. It's courtesy of BetMGM. All you need to do is click that link, right? Click the link. And use the promo code as well if you like. It doesn't matter. Either way, same spot, same destination, same ending, which is you putting in a deposit and your first bet up to $1,000 is risk-free. So think about that. Let's say you have $1,000 of a bankroll that you want to use this fall. Let's say you've got 500, 250, what have you. You can double, triple, quadruple. Cooper has a WNBA pick. Andy's got his NFL futures up. Raza's doing whatever the hell he does, which is make money in some weird, strange capacity, I'm sure outlandish bet, or maybe he's just keeping it normal here with a MLB play of the day, but he's making us money. We have so many different ways from a baseball standpoint alone, from Josh to Eric to Greg. I mean, my goodness, we have you covered here across all sports. So you want to take advantage of this risk-free opportunity up to $1,000. All right, so that's the first play. Guardians at Padres. No is the play. No run first inning. We move to the Blue Jays Red Sox game in Boston. And this one here has two pitchers that are kind of difficult to not target. -115 for a yes run first inning play. And what we'll do here is factor in Brian Bello, Jose Barrios as two guys who are hittable. Two guys who are going to go over hit totals today. Two guys, and Bello is atrocious. I mean, the numbers there, I don't even need to give you advanced metrics. You can just tell that things are not working well for Brian Bello. But the difference in Jose Barrios is that it's a little sneakier, and you may have to kind of scratch away the top of the surface to find the ugliness in it. And Barrios is just a target here to get hit. Boston is not great at home. I understand that when it comes to runs per first inning. They have one of the worst numbers at home in Major League Baseball. Toronto, on the other hand, top 10 runs per first inning average on the road. So even if you were just to scrape and just remove all of the exterior nonsense, Occam's razor it, if you will, right? The simplest solution is that Toronto, a top 10 YRFI team in baseball, is taking on Brian Bello with a whip that's north of 2.2. There are going to be opportunities. There are going to be chances. People are going to be on the bag in the first inning wearing a Toronto Blue Jays uniform, and I want to be a part of this yes-run first inning play at minus 115. And Jose Barrios, again, is somebody that I think is hittable and is going to allow a scoring chance. That's what we look for. Yes-run first inning plays are scoring chances. That's the only thing we can find. Now, we went against Justin Verlander last time, and that was a mistake. And I am ready to admit that was a mistake. This is at plus 110. I love the value here. Framber Valdez is really the only reason why this is sitting at plus 110. And even there is a pathway. Even there's a realistic shot that the Minnesota Twins can get a run here in the top of the first. So let's look at this. We have Dylan Bundy and Framber Valdez. Despite being scoreless last time against Verlander, Minnesota is still the number one team in baseball when you talk about runs per first inning on the road, averaging 0.69. So this is not easy, and Valdez has been on a tear, and I get it, I understand that. But you get tested on a tear, and this is the best team. We talked about this when you have plus money odds and a circumstance of it being the best based on number, whatever else angle you're creating, the best chance for that trend to buck, or the best chance for somebody on a personal tear to slow down or be halted. And there is no team better fit to score against Framber Valdez in the first inning tonight than what we have in front of us, and that's the Minnesota Twins, who are the best in baseball in doing that. And yet, I get it. Like Byron Buxton out, that's a big bat at the top of the lineup that's missing. But we still have a consistent trend that is held up. And I think that's key because it's going up again. You're going to need it going up against Valdez, hence the plus 110. As far as Dylan Bundy is concerned, well, Houston scored 0.67 runs per first inning at home. They've had recent success against Bundy, and they're one of baseball's better teams when it comes to just home runs per first inning average. So this is, again, a really good chance here to counter what we did last night and going back to the same exact play in the series, because we're banking and really betting on season-long trends that have held up. So we'll run it back for you here real quick. No, there will not be a run in the first inning. Guardians at San Diego Padres. Again, this was sitting at minus 120 on the written piece. Things change, lines move, stuff adjusts. Yes, there will be a run in the first inning. Blue Jays at Red Sox. That's at minus 115. And then this was earlier at plus 105. So this is now moved in your favor. I don't think you're getting the worst of it on 5 points movement, especially because I don't think this is going to go far, if at all. But at plus 110, yes, there will be a run in the first inning for the Twins-Astros game. All right. Thanks again for hanging with us. I know. Look, I really did sleep down here, and it wasn't fun. So for all of you asking for refunds on a free video, know that this shit takes a toll on me too. All right. I'm out here betting with you. This is a tough, tight, volatile market, but I'll leave you with one thought. Okay. Just one thought. If you bet the MLB parlay that I give out every day, well, that sucker hit last night. And even if you're betting these individually at a unit and you put a tenth of a unit on the MLB parlay video, so check that out. You know I never pimp my other shit, or at least not enough. But my goodness, if there's ever an example of what to do, which is cover your bases with all of our videos, 0-3 here last night, 3-leg MLB parlay that we gave out on the supersized Bet Your Baby parlay here on the Odd Chopper channel cashes. So it's just part of the game. You know, it's just part of what we do here by all means. And we're thrilled to have over 15K of you here. Subscribe, thumbs up, notification bell, you know the drill. And any comments that you have, I know they're coming if they're not there already. We'll see you on Thursday. Let's cash these tickets.